Thanks for watching The 9.
All right, let's talk money, shall we? Tax time is here, which might make you happy, I guess, if you're getting a refund back, right? Maybe you don't dread it. How can you make the most of that refund? Candice Towers from Lake Trust Credit Union is here with some advice. Candice is the financial well-being manager, right?
Yes. Yep.
So you're teaching us how to do better with our finances.
Yep, on your financial well-being journeys.
Yes, so let's talk about that journey. First of all, money is, people are getting their refunds back already, right?
Yes. Yep. So as of February, people are statistically getting back around $1,500 to $1,900 on their refunds this year.
Okay, so let's use $1,500 just as a number for this discussion. Let's say that that's how much you get back. What do you do with that money first? And this, of course, depends on everybody's situation, but general advice, what do you do first, Candice? What do you evaluate?
So generally, you want to think about what your goals are, what your plans are, whether it's goals now or future plans. You want to think about your basic necessities, your monthly debits that are coming out each month. And then also you want to make sure that once those funds hit your account, that you avoid the temptation to splurge on that. Make sure that you have a plan before you start spending. Okay,
so that's the important part, because I feel like the instinct might be to say, this is free money coming in, let's go on a trip.
Yeah.
But first thing you have to do you want to dedicate, if you have debt, and so basic needs, that would be your housing and food and keeping the lights on and all that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about debt. Should you dedicate as much as possible to paying down that debt?
It depends on where you're at in your finances, but you can absolutely do that. There's different ways that you can allocate it, depending on what your debt looks like. Like, say you have a lot of credit card debt.
Yeah, so credit card debt would be considered the bad debt, yeah, for sure, right?
Yep, high interest rates. What you could do is you could take your lowest credit card and you can allocate that refund to your lowest credit card and use what they call the Snowball Effect. And say your minimum payment's $25. Maybe that refund pays that credit card off. You take that $25 and then you allocate that monthly payment to your next highest or lowest credit card. So maybe you pay, instead of $100, $125 on it each month until it's paid down, and then you're saving on interest and you're paying it off a lot earlier than you would because you're paying on the principal.
When you work with people who have credit card debt, tell me about the psychology of that. Is it kind of keeping them up at night?
Absolutely. I think when you're utilizing your credit cards to pay for the inflation that's happening, and you're paying high interest rates, sometimes you can kind of get into a pitfall with that.
Well, and my point in bringing that up is even though it doesn't seem fun to pay off your credit cards, there's got to be tremendous relief when you can do that, right?
Yes, absolutely, because you're freeing up money to allocate in different ways, and maybe you can splurge or save for a vacation, yeah, or things like that.
So it might not seem as fun as a trip to Florida, but it certainly might give you the peace of mind that far exceeds the value of that trip. So what should our emergency fund look like?
So experts say your emergency fund should be anywhere between 3 to 6 months of your income set aside for those emergencies, those things that come up, whether it's maybe like you have something go wrong with your car or your home. Starting that emergency fund now helps when those things come up, so then it doesn't impact your monthly allocations that you have.
Right. All right. Very good. And just real quick, invest it. I mean, we just saw, I think the market is up today, but yeah, what do you recommend? An index, something easy that you don't have to be picking and choosing stocks?
So with that, you would want to get with a financial expert that can help you to allocate that if you're wanting to invest, because that's always a good thing too.
Yeah. All right, very good. Candice, thank you. For more information, it's laketrust.org. Financial well-being. Lead time.